Hello everyone, MFPallytime here, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. We join our party inside of the Grym Forge in the Underdark. We just beat down some Dwagar and their Rothe that were guarding a hidden entrance to what we believe is the Adamantine Forge. At least that's what they were saying as we walked up. The Adamantine Forge is a legend at this point. No one knows exactly where it is. This was completely caved in. Throughout the Underdark, you can find books and rumors and myths about the Forge. But today, hopefully, we'll be crafting something for ourselves inside of it. Now, in order to get there, there are a lot of obstacles that we're going to have to overcome. But I am Kalark, the strongest and smartest Githyanki in all of Vlaakith's army. And I think if there's anyone that can solve these puzzles, it's going to be me. As always, thank you guys so much for joining me today. I'm recording today's episode live on Twitch, but if you're watching on YouTube, I would very much appreciate you like the video if you like the content. Now, this is a very big open area with a lot of moving parts. I'm going to break Kalark off from the rest of my party momentarily, and we'll start to walk him this way.
Trap.
Trap right there. Trap right there. I think I might be able to jump over this one. Might be able to jump over this one. Perception check failed. So we know something's off, but we don't know what. That's another pressure plate.
Watch how you go.
That's a vent or another plate. I'm not sure. I'm gonna just hop to the other side here. Now we know that's a trap. Hold on. Up and over.
Trap. Be cautious.
I've never made it to the end without something going horrible. Jump it one more time. One more time. Now, unfortunately for me, this iron gate is locked. There's a power that Githyankis have that I have not shown you guys yet, and that is the ability to make a mage hand. There's an area in the game where we're going to be able to see young Githyanki practicing this very skill here in the near future. However, if I were to... Can you tell me why I need to back up to cast it over there? Okay. If that's what you need me to do, I'll do it. I'll stand back here. It's a little weird, but I'm not going to question it. Just please do not step on a pressure plate. We're going to cast that inside of the gates. And with a little bit of help from our mage hand, we'll be able to open up this lever and pass through. Now, what's cool about the Githyanki mage hand is that it's invisible, so enemies won't even react to it. Inside of here is an idol of Shar, as well as a gilded chest, which has inside... Oh, this is the winner has a +1 bonus to armor class and saving throws while having lightning charges. This is the caster piece of gear for lightning charges. I'm actually working on an archer lightning charge build. It's in the works right now. May have already come out on YouTube by the time this episode airs. That plays with a similar system. Very cool set, by the way, the archer one. I've really enjoyed figuring that one out. Well, unfortunately, that is the end of the path here for me. I don't need anything from that chest. And we're going to have to figure out a way of getting across. Well, there is, of course, one way we could do that. Behold the powers that Vlaakith has bestowed upon me. Githyanki, jump. I can jump from here all the way across to here. And only take 3 HP of damage. Isn't that wonderful? Now, if you're a little confused about where we actually are in the world, as we walk up here, this is the area that True Soul Near is being held in. Those are the rocks they're currently trying to dig him out of right now. Of course, that's not of my concern. I don't care at all. I'm just going to use my leap, 6 turns remaining, to jump across the top of this. And if I can do that, Whoa. I almost fucked up. Oh, I bet I could beat these guys up. Hold on, I'm gonna quick save. I was gonna do it anyway. Let's jump. What do you mean there's an ambush here? I do still have a Githyanki leap if we want to be a little cheeky. Let's see if we can beat up these guys by myself. First swing, 21 damage. Critical hit with the staff. Second attack doesn't quite meet the same level of success. We do have a flurry. Just send him flying. And then this is an archer here. Maybe I should have stayed close to them. I wanted to be really far away from the other melee guy. Now they approach. Archer shoots a crossbow at Kalark. Both attacks missing. The second archer fires off 2 shots, both the same. Now another animated armor moves in from the far side of the screen and begins to climb the rope ladder. Kalark, of course, is ready for this. He's going to move up with a swing of his staff on the archer, connecting for 15 damage. I'm going to try my very first stunning strike onto the animated armor next to him. It looks like he's saved from that stun. I'm then going to use a pushing attack with my fists, unfortunately just connecting for 12 damage and no push actually happening. I'm in a pretty vulnerable spot here. Let's see how this plays out. Ranged attack onto Kalark right now. Second one would have connected. We're going to try to deflect missiles. We were not able to return it to Cinder, but we took 0 damage this turn so far. The next swing misses as well. Oh. And I truly am the strongest of the Githyanki. I kind of want to pick up this guy and throw him into his friend. He's got 7 HP remaining. I'm going to go for it. Was it enough? Yes, it was. Okay, we're going to follow up with a melee swing on the archer and then move our way over here for an unarmed strike onto the animated armor. The unarmed strike unfortunately misses. We are threatening this guy, so he hasn't been very good at hitting us at all. It's only going to be worse with us standing this close. We are going to follow up with a couple more swings. They unfortunately do not find their mark. The unarmed strike hits for 14. And then I'm going to pick this guy up from the high ground and toss him as far as I can. He's only a set of armor, so he's pretty light. And it looks like the throw damage will kill him. Kalark! Man, what a combatant. Unfortunately, my Githyanki leap has ended, and you may be wondering, how are we going to get the rest of the party over here? Sure, this little exploratory session was nice, but does it really mean anything if I have to run all the way back? Well, lucky for us, there is, in fact, a waypoint right here on this wall. And now everyone that was completely stun-locked by the grace and strength of Kalark can join us. Look at that. Nice and clean. Love to see it. There are several molds in this area that you can use to craft gear in the Ancient Forge, and one of them that I want is right here. This is the splint mold. This is going to create heavy armor. This is the good stuff, the plate armor. I want to give that to Lae'zel. Look at this. Dark Justiciar mail armor. While obscured by shadow, the wearer deals 1d4 necrotic damage to attackers that hit them with a melee attack. That hit them, so you have to take damage. What does this say? Must find new sources. Nearby mithral veins are near depletion. The quantities required for Brother Silov's most recent project were considerable. Some of the alkaloids have taken to calling it Grym for the place it was made, though never within Brother Silov's hearing.
As you look at the skeletons, you realize they are all clad in the same dark armor.
Bow down and inspect the corpses. I don't imagine that I would have a lot of knowledge of this area, being a Githyanki, but maybe the Crown of Enlightenment will be enough to help us determine what this is. A 10? I don't think I really need the astral knowledge, but I'll go ahead and add it anyway. We would have been fine. We would have had exactly enough, actually.
Among the various fabrics, you recognize the unmistakable symbol of Shar, the Dark Lady.
These corpses prove one thing. This is the city Halsin mentioned.
Is it the city Halsin mentioned? Well, having the mold is only one piece of the puzzle. As that letter stated, if we want to use the forge to make something, we're also going to need some kind of material to make that happen. It just so happens that we are very close to one of these ore veins. And with a little help from Gale, I should be able to jump down there safely. Featherfall, please, Gale. And then that looks like a reasonable leap that I could do even with... Oh, Gale's going! Sorry, Gale! Gale doesn't have any way of breaking that. My bad. My bad, my dude. You can watch my greatness, Gale. Watch! Oh, I thought that was going to be a single hit. I legitimately think I could have broken that in a single blow with my fists. Well, with that in hand, we can just teleport back to the ancient forge and avoid that jumping. Back up on the same walkway, if you look very closely, there's another area with an item that we definitely want to get for our monk. We're going to need another featherfall to get down there, and this time I'm going to be very careful not to select Gale. Kalark is going to take a heroic leap to the southwest over the lava. Look how cinematic that is. And retrieve this adamantine chest. I don't know if I'll be able to pick this lock. It requires 20. I think I only have one set of lockpicks, so... Oh my god, I got it. Oh. Wow. Wow. Okay. Well, I'll just go ahead and pop that bad boy open. Inside, we find the elixir of arcane cultivation. Drow poisons, elixir of arcane cultivation. A malachite, silver ingot, 68 gold. That's almost nice. And the sentient amulet. Shatter is given to us as a spell. We can talk to the amulet. But most importantly for us as a monk, it offers key restoration. Using the spiritual energy of this amulet, you restore 2 key points. We can only use that once every long rest, and we get key points back every short rest. But it is nice to have. It's a good addition. We're going to go ahead and equip that.
Grym, thou hast come.
Oh, no.
It holds a subtle warmth, like it was left under the sun. Suddenly, the metal surges with heat. You feel great power and an overwhelming urge to laugh.
Kalark doesn't think anything's funny. I'm going to use my monk wisdom. I've never found anything humorous before. I'm going to quiet my mind and let everything be still. We have advantage because we are a monk. We need to roll a 10. We rolled a 16. Plus 3.
You observe the urge to laugh from afar, letting it fade with each breath.
Thou hast done well. For what is a laugh, if not one step toward madness? Thou art the one! Return me, take me home, and thou shalt glow with blessings.
Return you to where? To whom?
To my granddaughter, Shira Clarwen. Serves Ilmata, she does. She waits in Worm's Crossing. Take me there, and thou shalt bathe in her golden gifts. Oh, thou shalt be blessed indeed.
Keep the amulet equipped. No, I should probably ask some more. I can barely hold my laughter, and what did you do to me?
The Sharons tormented me, and I laughed at the pain till ne'er couldst I stop. Is there affliction more terrible than eternal joy? This is my pleasure. This is my curse.
Well, examine the amulet with an investigation check. Or I could do insight. Focus on the entity. What are its intentions? We do have a good wisdom roll. See what we can learn. Oh, natty!
Beneath the rampant joy, you sense the monk's fear and sincerity. He doesn't wish to harm you, but that doesn't mean he won't.
I'm going to examine the amulet a little bit more closely. Hopefully, with my helmet of enlightenment, we can discern a lot of things about this. Oh my god, is that 2 in a row? What the fuck?
Etched on its face is an image of the dawning sun.
Okay, religion is a wisdom check, right? No, it's an intelligence check. Consider the inscribed image. What could it mean? We need another 10? 25!
You recognize the symbol. It belongs to those sworn to Lathander, god of dawn and renewal. Whatever madness this spirit suffers was inflicted by Lathander's enemies, followers of Shah. And this madness may flow into you.
I will take you to your granddaughter at Worm's Crossing, friend.
I shall walk with thee. I shall grant you my power.
Keep the amulet equipped.
You feel a chuckle coming on, but it soon fades.
Wow, I cannot believe I had this chest open. So this is what I was planning on doing with it. I never thought I'd be able to get the 20. I was planning on picking it up, then transferring this bag to, I guess, Lae'zel. She's the only one that can carry it. And then if you double-click on her, she's up here with the rest of my party. And I was going to have Astarion open it just like that. But I didn't need to do that. I'm back on the trap gauntlet that we cleared earlier. I believe there's another mold nearby that we can use to craft in the forge. There is some kind of mold over there. That's a longsword mold. While that, I'm sure that's good, it's not really what I'm after at the moment. Now, there are ways to get across this as a solo character. For instance, you take something in your inventory because you didn't bring a bow. I might be able to just steal Astarion's bow really fast. I'll give it back, I promise. You can shoot this lever, which then moves you across this. I also could have, Githyanki Misty Step. There are a few ways we could get by, but might as well save some resources while we can. Now let's return that bow to its rightful owner. If we still had our mage hand, we could have done that too. Now through these doors, oh god, I'm gonna have to pick the lock. Oh no, I really did not pick the right character to bring over here. We need a 12. We got a 13. Hey, Clark can do it all. I think it's kind of up here. I think we got this for Will in our last playthrough. One of these bodies has a shield mold on it. Yeah, it's that guy. That guy up at the top. Wow, that thing weighs 20 pounds. Now, we only have enough ore for one of the molds right now, so we're going to need to find some more of that. I'm just going to teleport back to my party at the forge, and we'll grab everyone together and start cruising out. Luckily for us, there is some more ore located nearby in the middle of all that scary-looking lava. Now, this might seem a little weird, but I equipped a staff onto Lae'zel just now, and the game saved on its own. So that should alert you that something isn't going right. Lae'zel, never afraid though, approaches the problem head-on, jumping across and being surprised. These are Magma mephits. Mephits are terrifying little creatures. Here, take a good look at one. Oh my goodness. If they die, they explode, normally with whatever their name implies. So these guys would be magma. As they erupted out of the ground, they got a very good surprise round, and oh, Lae'zel is feeling that. Already down to just 14 HP. She started at 44. She takes 8 more damage right there. She's burning and takes 2 more. We're going to need some serious help for her soon. Now, this is kind of what I'm afraid of. I'm going to attack it. Oh, good. I guess I'll throw this one into that one. That might be a little healthier for me. Wasn't quite enough damage to kill them, but was arguably the better action for me. Do you think they would attack of opportunity? They probably would. I have a chance of going up and hitting one pretty hard with an offhand strike. Oh, I killed it. Oh, no. I moved away before the fire damage. I didn't know that was possible. As I did that, more magma mephits spawned from the outskirts of this fight. We're going to pick up this one and throw it into that one. I am going to run this way and drink a very large potion. Just try to separate these guys a little bit. If I'm further away from the conflict, I feel like I'm going to be safer. Now, I would love to shoot with my bow. We did, 6 damage there to that one mephit. Now they're moving back towards Kalark. Cutting words might make it miss. It does. Thank you, Astarion. Thank you. Now he is up and ready to fight. You're going to see a hypnotic pattern form above the largest group of mephits, as they all become hypnotized except for one. That was excellent. Yes. Now, unfortunately, literally my only offensive spell is a firebolt, but because of the feats that we picked up, I think we would nullify that resistance. Oof. Gale is kind of going to be on the back burner for this fight. I do have an ice attack I could do. I do have Ray of Frost, but that's going to be it. That'll do it for both of them. As the mephits take their turn, many of them continue to just be hypnotized, not really knowing where they are or what they're trying to do. Lae'zel fires off a ranged attack on one of the mephits closest to Kalark for a few damage. That one's already taken damage. This is a delicate operation. I don't want to wake too many up. I also don't want to kill one that would do damage to Kalark. I'm going to try this one. Okay, so he only took 1 damage for some reason, and the rest was totally fine. So I feel like that was a good turn. We'll position over here and wait. Kalark is going to pick up this one and throw it into the other low health one that is mesmerized at the moment. They both die and explode. I could also take a javelin out of my inventory and just toss it at this guy. That'll do it, and we are totally safe. The hypnotize holds on 3 of them. They're just looking at colors over there. You love to see that. If myself and Gale can hit the same target, that'll be good. I have disadvantage because it's a little outside my normal range. We're still going to go for it. Critical miss, unfortunately. Now, Ray of Frost being used on Gale. 80% chance to hit. Hits for 16 as that Magma mephit explodes. Now, the final 2 still hypnotized. It does fade now. They didn't pass a check or anything. It was just time for it to fade. We do a really solid ranged attack for our first hit. Follow that up with another one, even better. That is a crit. And the mephit goes down. We're going to see Kalark move to the top of this rock and throw another javelin down onto the Magma mephit. And that's where Tavern Brawler is really good as well. You may have noticed that I haven't been carrying a ranged weapon. And that's because I fully believe in the power of the javelins. That one is a little difficult to recover. I'm going to quick save before my character runs into the lava and I have to do that fight again. Hop down, grab it, get out. Was it worth taking 8 damage for a javelin? Probably not.
How farther can I go?
Let's unequip my staff and see if we can just crush this with our own hands for cinematic purposes. Oh, yeah! There is a case to be made that now that I have Tavern Brawler, that would be better than the extra 1d4 that I get on my staff for my normal melee attacks. Once we hit level 6, we also gain a unique monk class feature for open hand that adds in like extra damage sources on our auto attacks. So I was kind of hanging out until then. But I don't know, I may have been pretty motivated by that rock punch right there. That was pretty cool. Now as the party moves down to the lower part, this central area is the forge that we've been talking about this entire episode. It really does have a grand entrance behind it. This area over here takes you over to where the sentient amulet was, if you'd rather go around that way. Our party is going to jump down to this central area. Hopefully everyone has enough leaps to be able to make it. I'm looking at you, Gale. Gale, you want to come over? Thanks. We're going to gather around Astarion, who plays a soothing song for us. What a beautiful short rest. That gives me all of my key points back. Very happy to see that. First, we are going to be inserting a mold into the chamber. We are going to put in the shield mold first. We'll go ahead and just merge that. Go ahead and insert it. Perfect. Then I believe we go up to the crucible and insert the mithral ore that we've been picking up. We'll go ahead and put that in, feed that into the chamber. What's the orientation here? Okay, just a second. I gotta position my party. We're gonna put our 2 heavy hitters out front. This might be a good opportunity for a mage hand. Gale and Astarion are gonna hold up right there. Everyone's out of the low ground. We're gonna save our game just in case. And pull the lever! Not you. Not you. Don't take Vampire's job. Well, now that we are lowered, we're going to have to provide a little bit of heat into the system if it's gonna work. So, with the power of Lae'zel's Githyanki Mage Hand, we are going to use the Mage Hand. You just summoned it. We're going to turn the lava valve. Are you gonna make my weapon for me? Is that what you're here to do?
I think I woke something up.
Mage Hand isn't in the turn order. You know, I always thought it was kind of funny that we didn't get surprised here, you know what I mean? Are you trying to say you expected this gigantic thing to come out of nowhere? All right, to be clear, what I should have done is equip the Faithbreaker. I still have a quarterstaff equipped. I put on the quarterstaff because the Magma mephits have heat metal as one of their attacks. I didn't want to get hit by heat metal, so I put on a wooden weapon. The boss itself is vulnerable to bludgeoning, and that is all he is vulnerable to. There are ways around that. He currently has a debuff right now called Superheated, which allows him to be hit by certain effects, but that will eventually go away if he is no longer superheated. 18 AC to connect as well. That is a high target to roll. Very high targets. Okay, we are going to take our melee weapon. We are going to walk forward with it and bash. Ooh, shit. We are going to turn off Great Weapon Master. Hey, 45%, that's a little bit better. Oh, wow. Surprising amount of damage there. 22 on a staff swing. We do it again. It does not connect. I'm going to go ahead and action surge and get another swing. 25 critical hit. Beautiful. And then 21 following that up. We also, for some reason, have a great weapon master bonus, even though I haven't killed anything. So we're going to swing again. It does not connect. If we move away, we will get hit by an attack of opportunity. What we are going to do instead is keep our feet planted and then let some other people get some swings in. Is he vulnerable to psychic damage in any way? Completely immune. And unfortunately, he's going to take reduced damage from piercing. So I'm not going to be too great, but let's get an attack in here. Threat assessment has changed, and we are good to go. Now on Gale, we cannot hit him with fire. We can hit him with ice, so we're going to have to do a Ray of Frost again. Are we within range? We are. We're not going to attack yet, though. Instead, Kalark is going to swing his staff, 60% chance to hit. It misses. He swings again. It hits for 24. We're then going to do a toppling Fury of Blows. Cutting Words to help. I should have done that first. Oh my god, that should have been my first action in this fight. Oh my god, we have toppled the robot. It is at half health and laying on its back. Well, Gale now reaches into his assortment of spells and fires off a Ray of Frost. It misses, which means Kalark is the current threat target. I don't think it's that big of a deal. We shall see. Everyone ends their turn. And the great Grym stands up. I said his name wrong. There is a chance that this Cutting Words could save us. It's a 1d8. We have to roll a 5. It didn't work. We took 23 damage from that attack. The prime target has changed. Lae'zel should be the target, but instead we see a massive quake happening. Well, that fucking sucked. Let me try to Fairy Fire this guy. Increase our chance to hit a little bit. Fairy Fire did save, unfortunately, and Astarion has served his usefulness. We are still superheated for 2 more turns, and we are going to see the toppling attack from Kalark come out again. He does not get toppled, but we follow up with a swing. And then 1 more. Only 40 HP remaining. This is looking really good. We're going to now use Lae'zel to jump past the creature. Hit it in the back. Unfortunately, it misses. Second swing. Misses. No, hits for 15. That's going to be our entire turn. We're really counting on Gale here. Because the target assessment has changed to Lae'zel, she would take the hit instead of Kalark. So Kalark's not going to die here. But Ray of Frost, now threat assessment have changed again. What we want to do is make it so we do not perform an attack of opportunity. We're going to make it so the video game has to ask us if we want that to happen. And we do. And with that, we end everybody's turn. The boss should move towards the target with the threat assessment. Instead, he just did a big shout, which is honestly even better for us. We're going to try our swing, go into a toppling attack, and with that, we take the boss down yet again. Doing it the harder way, if you do the thing in the middle, that's how you're supposed to do it. On the boss, we loot a helmet. We had a fun fact in chat earlier. Apparently, if this is true, this is the only heavy armor helmet in the game, which is wild, by the way. That's a pretty good concentration for Lae'zel. She currently doesn't have... Oh, she does have a helmet. I think I'm okay with that. There's a ring coming up soon that's going to need Lae'zel's concentration. We could put Hunter's Mark on an enemy. That increases the damage we do to that enemy, and we could start to hit them pretty hard. Also, before I forget, let's re-equip that big old sword on Lae'zel, because, of course, that is her strongest weapon. Everyone's good? And that should have crafted the mold that we put in there. That's the Adamantine shield. We're going to give that to Gale as soon as the lava goes away. Here is that shield. Look how beautiful it is. When a melee attack misses you, the attacker is sent reeling. When a foe hits you with a melee attack, we also have the option to shield bash them and knock them prone. Even better yet, attackers can never land critical hits against Gale, giving him an even stronger layer of protection. There might be ways for us to increase his AC in the future. For right now, he's wearing this light armor that I think we got for killing the spider. But 15 AC, he's doing okay. Could definitely be better. He's just doing okay. Now we have to put in the other mold. We're going to transfer that over to Gale's inventory. Open up that chamber.
No use. It's blocked.
It's blocked by a lever, genius. You're supposed to be the smartest one here. Now, this stuff is for Lae'zel. Her current AC is 16 while wielding this massive greatsword. If we go ahead and equip this armor, not only does it have a brand new look for her, but it's going to bring that AC up to 18 without using a shield. If we decide to gravitate away from great weapons and we give her a shield as well, we're going to be very easily pushing 20 plus if we wanted to go down that path with Lae'zel. As of right now, I'm very happy with her setup. And we're at least done with this area. Let me check my spreadsheet. I've regathered the party at the Grym Forge waypoint. There's one more thing I want to grab in this episode, and it is for Astarion, our bard. Very close to this waypoint, actually. We don't have to go far. There is a guy who's looking at the remains of the statues and bricks here, trying to discern what's really happened. We're just to the left of him. It's kind of hard to spot, but there is a rock face that you can climb down. At the bottom of this rock face, there are one or two unassuming chests down here. Someone just left all of this loot here for me to collect. What wonderful person. We're going to try to just top off my health a little bit more. I'll use a level 1 spell slot on it. And Kalark approaches the unassuming loot.
There must be a stockpile nearby.
Why aren't you moving? Are you scared? There's nothing to be scared of.
In one of these chests.
It's like every time I click on a chest, he stops moving. He's like, no, I'm not doing that. We are going to pick up one chest and throw it at the other. No reason. Lovely. Lovely. That is pretty cool, actually. So we start combat with the enemy very, very far away from us. We might actually do a fairy fire here. Increase our chance to hit. It unfortunately only worked on one of them. How disappointing. And we'll go ahead and run Astarion away from the main conflict. Try to keep him safe over there. With Kalark, we are going to run in for a toppling flurry. Man, that's a lot of damage. And we're going to follow that up with a swing of the staff. It said the enemy was immune to prone, and they're also immune to time. There we go, finally taking the damage. The Mimic that has Fairy Fire on him is very weak here. We hit him for 14, and then we're going to fall back, and Lae'zel is going to join us. What do we have? I don't have any way of getting up there. We're going to have to hit the one on the left, unfortunately. What's that looking like if we toggle Great Weapon Master back on? That's a coin flip. We take it. Take it again. Hey, very good damage. Both of them very weak, but unfortunately not taken down. One of them is going to have a chance to act. Oh, I have another attack. Okay, never mind. That one doesn't get a chance to act. Hopefully we can burn it away with the fire bolts. Wow, what a good combat sequence. Inside one of these chests, we find a hand axe +1. We find the wondrous gloves. Your armor class increases by 1. In addition, if you have Bardic Inspiration, you have 1 more use of it. We will give that to our lovely vampire, and he will equip it. Yet another item increasing his Bardic Inspiration potency. You love to see it. What's the other one have here? I actually don't know. Oh, nothing. Oh, wonderful. Thank you for sharing that with me. That's going to do it for today's episode, everyone.
There are traps about.
What? I picked up a toy chest and it spawned a real chest? What? We can roll that all day. We still got it. What's inside? You need a 20? Come on, Astarion. Yes! Wall of fire and a scroll of evidence. Read. The first few inches of the scroll are written in formal, elaborate script. The Emerald Enclave and those deemed worthy to see this record, greetings from those who harp. Know ye that the one known as Ketheric Thorm, Paladin of Shar, is guilty of crimes against body and spirit. They include, but are not limited to, murder, slavery, desecration of temples most holy. Let our intent be known, an alliance between the Harpers and the Emerald Enclave. United we may end Thorm's reign of terror. The High Harpers eagerly await your good word. We are going to give this to Gale. Gale is going to scribe that scroll immediately. Oh, my wizard level is too low. Well, we're moving up to that soon. That's going to be a great addition to our arsenal. Speaking of which, I should probably equip the new spells that we got, because, you know, haste is pretty good. And so is fireball. We'll add those to our arsenal as well. Never knew that chest existed. That was really cool. That's going to do it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that thumbs up button, and we'll be back again tomorrow.